Our LA correspondent, Peter Bowes, who's with us now. And Peter, are you hearing any more details?
We have nothing more really. We're still trying to confirm or deny what the website from TMZ.com is saying. Their report that Michael Jackson has died. They're the only media outlet at the moment that we can find that's going that far. Everyone else is being rather more cautious. We're not really hearing much else from the official sources here. The fire department, which doubles as the ambulance department here in Los Angeles, confirming the initial events here, that Michael Jackson was taken to hospital a couple of hours ago now, that he was not breathing at the time when the paramedics got to his house. He lives in a huge mansion in the Beverly Hills area of Los Angeles, and that CPR was administered, and he was taken to hospital just a couple of minutes drive down the road to UCLA Medical Center, where we understand he received further treatment. Now, if again the website is to be believed, he was never revived and that they were unable to find a pulse. But we're into an area now that we haven't
We're seeing live pictures here, Peter, of outside the UCLA Medical Center, which we're reading on the AP news agency was roped off with police tape some time ago, and quite a crowd gathering now, as you might expect.
Yeah, I can see that crowd too, and it's not surprising. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, being the iconic figure that he is in music, should attract this sort of attention. His fans are the most loyal fans of any that I've come across for any star, a movie star, a music star. They are devoted to Michael Jackson, and I imagine a lot of those people are heading to the hospital now, as well as, quite frankly, the world's press. I know that many media organizations are scrambling around the world to come to Los Angeles to cover this story. It's still very, very early days, but that crowd is increasing in size, and it really does, it goes to the heart of the matter that Michael Jackson is just this huge figure. And for him, if it is true, everyone hopes it isn't true, but if it is true that he has died at the age of 50, that is a huge, huge personal tragedy, and it will certainly leave a mark in Michael Jackson's career. Most people, I think, thought was dwindling. Yes, he was due to do these concerts in London starting next month. There was a lot of skepticism as to whether he could get through them, that he was a frail figure. He's been a frail figure for many years, but it does not hide the fact that Michael Jackson, over the decades that he's been in the business, ever since he started with the Jackson 5, and as a young boy, really as a solo performer later in life, is just a huge, towering figure in music.
I can see the number of people who are gathering outside UCLA Medical Center, news trucks gathering, helicopters flying overhead. We're reading on the news wires, and orange cones laid out to redirect traffic. Such is the interest in this story. That was Peter Bowes, our correspondent in Los Angeles. You're watching BBC News with Martin Croxall and Tim Wilcox.
Let's speak to Yuri Geller, friend of Michael Jackson. He joins us on the line now. Can you confirm what you've heard, Yuri Geller?
I can confirm only what you heard and what the world heard. There is no final confirmation of his death. I'm trying to get in touch with his parents, and that's all I can say. If it is true, I'm absolutely devastated and shocked. I really have no words. He was a young man, terribly fit. He was getting ready for the performances in England, and he was basically in good shape. But, you know, if it is true, and if he did get a cardiac arrest, and if he's dead, I'm just totally and absolutely shocked. He was my best man when I renewed my wedding vows here in England. I've known him well for many years, and I'm just clinging to the phone like the whole world is to find out if this is true.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
I can't comment on that.
But had you been aware, because I mean there'd been reports, hadn't there, that he had been unwell? You're saying that he was in good shape, are you?
Michael was in good shape because he was practicing, he was training, he was rehearsing for the shows. And Michael was a thin man. He was carefully with what he ate. He was just fine. The last I've known and heard of what he was doing, he was just in great shape. This is why I'm so absolutely shocked from this news, and I'm praying and hoping that it is not true.
Well, it is a very confusing situation, Uri Geller, because the Los Angeles Times has just reported in the last few seconds that he is in a coma and that his family is now arriving at his bedside. Now, this is the problem, of course, with all these various websites and different sources, anonymous sources, claiming that he has died. If he is in a coma and his family is arriving at his bedside, obviously tremendously hopeful news.
Look, with all my respect to the Los Angeles Times, I would like a doctor to come out at UCLA and announce that. I cannot believe everything I see and read and hear at this moment. If he is in a coma, yeah, that's bad news, but people are known to have come out of comas. I hope it's not true. And I'm waiting, like you, and like I said before, the entire planet. We are waiting to hear this from the mouth of a doctor that is taking care of him.
Well, yes, and as we say with these live pictures, we are hoping that some spokesman from the UCLA hospital will come out and give us some information. What do you say, though, Uri Geller, to those who said that this 50 concert series that Michael Jackson was preparing for this summer was too much for a man his age, somebody who actually was doing this out of economic necessity rather than perhaps what was in his best interest?
Look, it might be out of economical necessity, but I know Michael, his passion and love for music and dancing overpowers that necessity. He loved what he did. He loved being a star, an entertainer, and I'm sure that he was practicing and training and rehearsing with passion rather than the dollar figure in his mind. I know Michael well. I've been with him so many times. This was a big comeback for him, and I just don't know what to think. I'm like you, I'm watching news all the time, and I'm just, hoping that the doctor will come out and refute all the rumors that he's dead. But then, once again, you don't know today, in today's day and age, and the computer world and the internet, these rumors fly very quickly. I must hear it from a doctor. I can't talk to you further. I'm inundated by telephone calls. Let's all pray for Michael. That's all I can say.
Uri Geller, we appreciate
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
You're watching BBC News, and let's update you on this. We've heard that Michael Jackson, the singer, has been taken to hospital in Los Angeles. He's at the UCLA Medical Center, taken there by Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics at just about 12:30 lunchtime, local time. He wasn't breathing when they arrived. We've had that confirmed from Captain Steve Ruder from the Los Angeles Fire Department, but we don't know what the outcome of the treatment that they gave to him, which was CPR. Let's speak to Kelly Curry, who's from the Freedom magazine in Los Angeles. Kelly Curry, welcome to BBC News.
Hey.
What more are you hearing?
I'm here in LA hearing the news, just like you guys are, that he was taken to the hospital and that TMZ said that he's passed away. Now I'm hearing again that he's in a coma, so like the brother before me said, we all need to pray for Michael. He is like the most amazing, talented artist perhaps ever presented on earth. I mean, honestly. So to talk at this point about him having been drug addicted and the plastic surgeries, he's given so much to the world. Everyone listening should probably light a candle. If you can, if you're at home, in London, wherever you're hearing this, light a candle and pray for him and his family.
And readers of your magazine in particular will be very saddened to hear that his health is suffering.
I mean, of course, I can't even tell you what this will look like. I don't think we've seen anything like this in our lifetime, if this is true. For an artist like Elvis, forget it. It's going to be even worse. People are going to go crazy. Not just in New York or LA, all over the world. I was in Morocco recently, and if I say Michael Jackson, they don't speak English, but they understood that. You know what I'm saying to you?